Hey guys, you may think that you're looking at the WWE's next tag team championship team, but no, it's Clay Lehman with Ocala Hustle, and I'm standing here with my good friend Rob Peters, who represents Habitat for Humanity. Rob, thank you so much for joining us today. So we're at one of their job sites here, and I think that most people watching are probably feel like they have some familiarity with Habitat, but I know when we've talked, I've learned a lot about the mission and all the different things you guys do. Could you tell us some more about that?
Sure. So Habitat for Humanity itself was started in 1976 by Millard and Linda Fuller.
Okay.
That's international. And international, we have 1,500 affiliates. Wow. And we had, since 1976, I believe it's 13 million people that we've helped in over 70 countries.
That's incredible.
So that's international. Now, our affiliate here in Marion County started in 1990. Since that time, we've helped 245 families.
Wow.
This is actually our 193rd home that we are currently in construction on, and we've helped over 245 families here in Marion County over those years. Wow.
And what you were telling me just before we started is that you actually learned a lot about the mission of Habitat when you joined, and you were kind of running down for me some of the stuff that you guys are working on. You got the 2 restores.
Correct.
What's the concept of the restore?
So the restores, they help us build our homes. So if you can imagine all the stuff that we get from the restores, I think on average our 27 restore does about 15 pickups a day. So we have a large truck that goes out and gets donations. People call in.
So a pickup is when somebody calls and says, hey, I have some stuff.
Yep.
Will you guys take it? What do you take? Like, what does the restore?
I mean, anything you can think of. As long as it's in good working order, it's in good conditions. Mattresses, you know, they've got to be clean. Can't have rips and tears and stuff like that. But a lot of the stuff is furniture. Then we have what we call smalls, so plates and bowls and anything that you can think of.
And they're currently actively taking those donations?
Every day.
People can,
Monday through Friday, like I said, our 27 restore does about 15 pickups a day, and then our 200 restore does about anywhere from 10 to 12 pickups a day.
And then is it also like a thrift store, like people can come in and purchase and that supports the mission?
Absolutely. So we're open Monday through Saturday, 8:30 to 4:30 is our hours at the restore.
And then one of the things that I know when I first connected with Habitat, I didn't understand the manner in which the families that are served are, have some requirements put on them to participate. So can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah. So I know when I started, you hear it a lot. Do we just get a home? Is that home free? But that's not the case. Our vision is we believe in a world where everybody can have an affordable, decent place to live. Our mission is seeking to put God's love into action. Habitat for Humanity brings people together to build homes, community, and hope. Part of that is when we say we partner with people, they have a part and we have a part. So there has to be a need. They are currently living in substandard housing. Currently in government subsidized housing. Currently paying more than 30% of their income in rent. So there has to be a need for them to qualify with us. There has to be an ability to pay. So 80%, our minimum and maximum incomes is 80% or under of area median income here in Marion County, and it's based on family size. So they have to have a work history, have been working for the last year, and then obviously the ability to pay the mortgage, because when they move in, it's their mortgage. They take care of a house just like you and I will take care of that house. All the maintenance is on.
So they are purchasing the home.
They are purchasing the home.
And then what about in terms of during the building process? Do they participate at all in the building process?
Yeah, so the last step in that is they have to have a willingness to partner. So they will invest right now it's 500 what we call sweat equity hours. So part of those sweat equity hours are our workshops, homeowner workshops, where we teach them how to maintain their home, how to take care of it.
So some life skill type stuff.
Credit, budgets, anything that you can think of that goes along with a home. The process to build a home obviously takes us time to build that home. We are inefficiently ineffective, I think, at building homes is a good word. So it takes us on average about 8 months to build a home. They have hours that they will put in on their own home, and then also help us build some of the other partners, family partners in the area. So bring that all together, that's 500 sweat equity hours that they will invest with us before they move into their home.
So I know one of the things I've learned in connecting with different charities that provide for people is that the more that someone contributes to like earning or getting, it builds that account, like the ownership and accountability, or the sense of pride of ownership.
Absolutely. We say, it's been words that Habitat has used since the beginning. It's a hand up, not a handout.
Right.
So they're a part of the building process. They're a part of our family. I mean, as I shared with you earlier, we have 134 families that we hold the mortgage on, that are still in our portfolio, that they're a part of the Habitat family.
Right. Well, that's great. Okay, great. Now, how do you connect with your partner families?
So a lot of it is word of mouth.
Okay.
Heather, our family services director, does Zoom calls. So somebody may hear from their family member, hey, you have opportunity to go to Habitat, take a look at what they're doing. So they'll fill out an application, and Heather will do Zoom calls with them right now. So we get word of mouth, we get them through families, we get them through awareness within our community, through civic clubs and churches. So
where is right now in the supply versus demand? So is the demand accelerated because of COVID, or has it always been high, or is the demand? Where is the demand?
So I would say, obviously, in Marion County, we have a lack of affordable homes here in Marion County. Yep. That's not a secret. So we have a goal by the end of 2022 to try and put our dent in the affordable home market. By the end of 2020, producing 15 homes per year and keep that sustainable. Okay. This year we'll do 7. Next year our goal is to get to 12, and then by the end of 2022, 15 homes per year. So the demand for the homes are there. I mean, obviously we can ramp up production of a home. That's pretty simple. We can, we have had a hard time getting volunteers because of COVID. Okay. So that is a need. We're out doing this and getting awareness out in our community that you can be socially distanced on a house.
Right. Sure.
Can be a part of what we're doing. So we are looking for volunteers to help with the production of a home, but then also family partners. You would think with the amount of or lack of affordable homes in Marion County that we would have family partners waiting in the pipeline.
That's what I would think. You'd have a waiting list a mile long.
Yeah. So we currently have, I believe it's 8 family partners in our pipeline. But to get to 22, obviously 1.5 times homes we want to have in our pipeline. Right. So we would need 25 family partners. Okay. So we're out just getting the word out that our goal is to have these houses in production, but by the end of 2022, we'd love to have also 25 family partners in our pipeline.
What do you think the disconnect is between, you would perceive that there are a lot of people that would at least meet the income side of your equation, being under the median income, living in maybe substandard housing, but then you only have the 8 in the pipeline. What do you think that disconnect is?
I think it's a little bit of 2 things. One is awareness in our community.
Right. Okay.
We've had a lot of distribution, the CEP, all that they've done to get the distribution centers in. So instead of us just going after and saying we help low-income families, it's awesome. This is workforce housing.
Absolutely.
I mean, I think the CEP says the average wage for those or you see signs, $15 an hour. Well, a perfect home. So how can we get the word out into our distribution centers, our schools, all those areas that you may have somebody that you work with. I mean, you may not need a home, I may not need a home, but somebody I work with or a family that I know may need a home. And
so you think it's maybe a lack of awareness. So the need's there, maybe people don't understand how they can connect with Habitat.
I'll take my story as an example. I thought that Habitat just built homes, and I didn't know how, why, where.
Right.
So learning through the process of it, we do want to partner with them, but we also want those families to have some skin in the game. Some people are willing and some people aren't, and that's okay.
Right. Yeah.
But those who are willing go through the application process, and they have to be able to pay the mortgage itself. So I think awareness, and then just getting out there and letting people know that.
And I think from the volunteer side and the community support, I think there are people out there that maybe didn't understand the accountability that the partners have, and aren't comfortable with, hey, let's give people homes, but maybe understanding better that they're paying for the home, that they're putting in the work, that they really take ownership of the home will help, kind of drive that.
This is, I agree with what you're saying, Clay. This is, we like to say it's an affordable home with an affordable mortgage.
Right.
We are trying to help provide affordable homes for people in Marion County. We can't, obviously our dent is going to be as big as we can put in that affordable home market, but we also want desire for families to come out and be a part of it. Volunteers, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, we're building on a house. Yeah. We're going to full-time hours on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then hopefully we will get to Monday through Saturday, or Tuesday through Saturday.
Sure.
Doing construction.
So I think that leads to the next question, which is, how do people that want to engage with Habitat, what is the best way for somebody if they want to support financially? They can donate through the Restore, but volunteer. How best for anybody that's watching is okay, how do I connect with Habitat? What would be their best bet?
Two things. I think you can call our office, 351-4663. That's our Habitat office. Okay. And talk to Tori. She'll answer the phone majority of the time. For volunteering, Tyler Starr is our volunteer coordinator. You can go online, habitatocala.org. All the information is online, or calling 351-4663.
I know the answer to this question, I think. Do I have to know how to build a house to volunteer with Habitat?
Do not. You do not.
Do not need to know how to build a house to volunteer with Habitat.
No.
So I need a better excuse for why I have not. Okay, so we're
Clay,
gonna.
You have no excuse.
I have no excuse. Dang it. Okay, but so donations are helpful, both monetary and then in furniture or whatever to the Restore. Volunteers always needed. Okay, what else would we? What else do you think me, our viewers, whomever, need to know about Habitat?
I think one good thing is we'll be celebrating our 200th home. We'll be building our 200th home, probably starting construction on that the first of the year. We do a strawberry festival, and that will be the strawberry home. So all the funds that come from the strawberry festival will go into building our 200th home. We have the family partner for our 200th home now.
Great.
So we'd love to obviously celebrate with our community. It's obviously since 1990. It's taken us 30 years to get to 200, and we have some pretty high goals to get to the next 200
you
a
guys
little bit quicker.
For sure. Okay. Well, Rob, thank you so much for joining us again. It's Rob Peters with Habitat. I'm Clay Lehman. This is Ocala Hustle. We'll include, the phone numbers and email addresses of folks to connect with. Thanks so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, we'd encourage you to subscribe to the channel. And again, thank you for watching.